account federal entertainer 21 recently bought an old house from the 1850s. While working on some garden repairs, they discovered something unusual buried beneath the soil. Intrigued, they decided to dig it up, only to find something truly chilling. As they dig, screams reverberate from beneath the ground. To this day, there's no explanation for what was captured on camera. Could this be the lingering spirit of a bygone era? Or is there another explanation? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. A YouTube account with username Dan82IFY just moved with his wife into a new house. A few weeks of living there, strange and unexplainable things started to happen. One day, while the wife was at work, Dan was alone in the house. Something terrifying occurred.
I really think this poltergeist or spirit is really out to get me. But look, these cabinets, they were all closed last night when I went to bed. And I woke up, this is how they are. I'm really scared right now. So I shut all these. I figured I'd get it on camera so if something happens, at least it's documented. Alright. I think I'm just gonna go downstairs and chill out and edit for a little while. Oh, shit. Whoa. Oh.
Dan was startled when he noticed the kitchen cabinets opened. He closed them, but as he was exiting the kitchen, the cabinets unexpectedly swung open forcefully, causing objects to be shattered across the kitchen floor in a terrifying manner. Overwhelmed with fear, Dan fled the house for a brief moment. The couple now believes that the house they recently moved into is haunted. If you were in Dan's situation, would you leave the house permanently or continue living there? A TikTok user named Darksha claims she has been taunted by aggressive poltergeists and paranormal entities in her apartment for over a year. She had stayed off since December of 2025, leaving many of her followers worried. But now she has finally posted a new video, and it is absolutely bizarre. The activity in her home became so severe that she temporarily abandoned her apartment, fleeing to an Airbnb just to get some sleep. But at around 3 in the morning, she starts recording again. You can hear a faint singing coming from inside the bathroom. She walks toward the bathroom to investigate. The moment the door opens, a dark entity is visible right in the middle of the room. It only lasts for a few seconds before it vanishes into thin air. Let's look at that again. It looks almost like a thick cloud of smoke, but it is a strange mixture of black and white. It doesn't drift or behave the way normal smoke or vapor would. At the end of the video, a terrified Rosanna confirms what her viewers had been dreading. The entity isn't tied to her apartment. It has attached itself to her, and it follows her. So, is Darksha truly being haunted by a demonic attachment? Or is this just vape smoke used for a viral illusion? You decide on this one. This video is by the TikTok user, whenever. A man who had been experiencing strange occurrences in his house for 2 weeks. While relaxing in his living room, he notices something strange in the bathroom. Sensing something was off, he decides to start recording. Watch closely.
Oh my god, bro. I just seen the craziest shit. Look, over there. Over there, I just seen the craziest shit. Look! Oh my god. What was that? Oh my god. Oh my god, what is that? I'm like shaking right now. What is that? Look it. Watch, it's gonna do it again. It's gonna do it again. Look at that! Nah, bro.
You can clearly see a shadow appear on the bathroom wall, but it disappears within seconds. A few days later, the same thing happens, but this time the man decides to get closer and investigate.
Look, there it is again. Holy shit. Look, even the cat's tripping. Even the cat's tripping. Last time he'll tell me to go look. I'm going to look, look. Look. It's literally just the bathroom. Look. Oh god, don't ignore that. But, look. Windows closed. There's nobody in here. It's just dirty. I'm just not. Like, what is going on, bro?
Once again, a shadow emerges from the bathroom, but this time, it has the distinct shape of a head. Even his cat seems to sense something unusual inside the bathroom. What's even stranger is that when he enters the bathroom, his camera begins to glitch inexplicably.
Look, there's that shadow again. There's nothing in here. Nothing behind the shower curtain. Oh my god. Nothing. There's nobody there. Oh my god, bro, my camera's tweaking. Nobody there, okay? Nothing in here.
Some viewers believe it could simply be the wind moving the curtains. However, the video clearly shows that the windows were completely closed. Based on the position of the curtains, it would have been impossible for them to cast a shadow in that spot. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. A man walking home alone on a quiet street sees something strange. An old ice cream truck is parked. As he gets closer, something doesn't seem right, so he starts recording. A woman appears to be seated there, but her face is completely devoid of any features. There are no eyes, nose, or mouth. It's just a pale, featureless shape staring straight ahead. Some believe it could be a mask or perhaps a strange camera glitch. However, others believe that what was captured is something far more sinister. What are your thoughts on this? A TikToker with username Tristan8104 works at a medical facility. He claims to often hear and see unusual things. He says that for weeks, one specific door has been opening and closing on its own during his shifts. At first, he blamed air pressure or faulty hinges, but it kept happening in the same way, at the same time, night after night. Eventually, he got tired of explaining it away. He decided to record, and this is what was captured. Some believe this is an entity, deliberately moving the door because of its smooth and controlled motion. Others argue that the most likely culprit is the air pressure changes caused by the ventilation system in a large building. However, the timing of the door's movement with Tristan's presence suggests a response to being watched. It didn't slam, it was almost controlled, as if someone unseen was finishing the job. The staff checked the area the next morning and found nothing wrong with the mechanism. The TikTok account DS Family belongs to a woman from France. Recently, she's been sharing videos that have left viewers both terrified and deeply concerned for her safety. It all began with strange noises, footsteps when no one was present, and knocking sounds at odd hours. Initially, she dismissed these occurrences, but as the activity escalated, she decided to start recording, and this is what she captured. She awoke to the sound of something or someone walking inside her house. She described the noise as resembling hooves, although it's difficult to discern clearly in the video. Upon investigating, she found that the closet door had slid shut on its own. Moments later, as she returned to her sleeping daughter, the TV in the other room turned on by itself. On another occasion, she was live streaming when something unexpected occurred.
J'ai pas vu. Merci de rester avec moi les filles, vous êtes adorables. Merci beaucoup, beaucoup. Ça fait beaucoup de bien. Ok ma chérie, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup Kim, merci, t'es un amour, merci pour tout Kim. Je te fais des gros bisous, à tout à l'heure sûrement. Ça va et vous? Je récupère à 16h30. Je vais pas trop tarder non plus, parce que disons que j'ai encore de la vaisselle à faire, le repas du soir. Je vais pas trop tarder. Gros bisous Kim, merci beaucoup, merci ma chérie. Gros bisous, à tout à l'heure. Merci Sarah, merci beaucoup.
While engaging with her followers on a live, a loud knocking is heard behind her. Startled, she immediately ended the stream. According to her, no one else was home at the time. But the terrifying story came when her 3-year-old daughter started speaking about what she has been seeing.
Maman, Yata me fait pas, elle a des grandes dents.
Elle a des grandes dents?
Oui.
Oh non.
Il a les souris, Yata me sourit.
Elle sourit? Ça te fait peur?
Oui. Je reste toujours sur le plafond et me regarde.
Elle te regarde et ça te fait peur?
Oui.
D'accord, mon cœur, elle va partir. Elle va partir, la dame.
Quand il est pas moi, il est quelqu'un petit. C'est pas meilleur.
Oui, je te crois, ma fille.
Maman, il me regarde.
Her daughter refused to sleep alone in her room. When asked why, She described seeing a woman with large teeth and a sinister smile that terrified her. Initially, her mother dismissed it as a child's imagination. However, as she listened to her daughter's fears, the door behind them slowly creaked open on its own. The strange events began to occur more frequently, each one more unsettling than the last.
Ouais, je suis toute seule, ouais. Ouais, mais merci Kim, t'es un amour. Mais franchement, il y a des jours, c'est fatigant en fait. En plus, je pense que je suis malade parce que j'arrête pas de vomir et tout. Donc la fatigue, la maladie et en plus tu remets les bruits là, de merde là. Pardon. J'ai pas envie de parler avec des gens parce qu'il y a des gens qui sont méchants et franchement j'ai pas envie, tu vois, j'ai pas envie, j'ai pas le courage pour l'instant, j'ai pas envie. Merci. Non, franchement, j'ai fait beaucoup d'efforts. Il y a plein de fois où je fais comme si de rien n'était, franchement. La plupart du temps, j'arrive de mieux en mieux. Bon, la nuit, quand tu vois, on te griffe le bras, t'es en train de dormir, y a qui réagit pas, tu vois. Ça descend les marches.
Frustrated and exhausted, she vented to her followers about how overwhelming everything had become. In the background, you can hear footsteps echoing through the house. Despite being home alone, whatever is in the house is not afraid to make its presence known.
Comment tu sais si j'ai éteint ou j'ai pas éteint?
Bah parce que je la vois.
Oui, maman elle est pas assez. Il est pas éteint l'appeler. Alors j'ai mis la télé.
Bah bon, bah c'est pas grave.
Ouais, ça fait plus d'une heure déjà. Même pas plus, ça fait 5 heures déjà. Maman, ça lui avait des mots.
Maman,
Oui,
et maintenant, du coup,
ça va pas mieux.
ça va pas mieux.
Oui. C'est pas la pire.
Ah bon?
Oui. Il veut me prendre. Mais moi, je vais rester avec vous.
She turns the light switch off, and seconds later, they turn on. Her daughter tells her that the monster inside her room wants to take her away, and as she's talking to her, a shadow is seen walking behind her. On another occasion, she recorded something even more terrifying. While her daughter peacefully slept, the door swung back and forth, evoking a sense of unease reminiscent of a horror movie. It appeared that whatever entity haunted this house was intensifying its presence. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. Would you consider staying in a house like this? Please share your opinions in the comments below. This TikTok account Genesis belongs to a nurse in Mexico. She usually shares everyday content from her life and work, nothing paranormal. However, recently, she posted 2 videos recorded inside the hospital where she works. which have left her viewers absolutely terrified.
No veo nada. Miren. Miren. Acaban de ver eso. Se acaba de caer un bote. Se está moviendo esto. No veo nada. No hay nadie por acá. Gato a la una. Miren, se movió esto ahorita que venía caminando por acá y no veo a nadie. Miren, 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 miren cómo se mueve eso. Para que vean que no hay nadie aquí.
In the first video, eerie screams are heard through the hospital halls. The origin of these sounds remains uncertain, leaving us to wonder whether they have a paranormal explanation or if they could have emanated from a patient. Objects inexplicably move on their own, and equipment shifts without any force. Is this hospital harboring something beyond the realm of the living, or is there a rational explanation for these occurrences? The choice is yours.